All right, so I am going to be discussing how the recent influx of streaming affects the music industry and how it will adapt in the coming years. Um, with the rise of streaming and multimedia outlets, the physical copies of music have been hindered greatly. Especially within the past 10 years. And in this article in 2015 by the Nielsen SoundScan, which is like the equivalent to like Nielsen Family, if you watch like a certain TV show multiple times or something like that, they track that just so they can get a proper view on the ratings and everything like that, and just how many people are actually engaging in their show, so they know how to proceed in the future. So in 2015, the music sales were down 12%, and that speculation rose that those numbers would not be rebounding in the following years with shift of public interest, leaning more towards ad-supported and paid subscription services like Spotify, um, and things like that, just like where you get just random playlists, like just filtered with random artists that are hot at the time. Um, so Apple, obviously the creator of the largest music marketplace, which being iTunes, is like doing the same thing with a membership service where you would pay, I believe it's like $7 a month. You have access to their full music library, including like those playlists and stuff like that, and how they're trying to incorporate the new wave into their like sales scheme. So the article also makes the argument over the passing of an era which one would be able to physically possess the material that you're using or that you're listening to, which I feel like is a good argument because, back in the day you'd be able to have records, later on down the road you'd be able to have CDs as well, and stuff that you could actually hold in their hand. A lot of artists would make, you know, would go to great lengths to improve that package for you, whether it be like custom artwork and the booklet that comes with the CD, as well as the cover art, as well as art on the CD, just to make it more of a personal package, as well as just something that you'd want to like actually like physically have. Streaming platforms are measuring success through new metrics, which in turn is changing the outlook of the entire industry as they try to adapt. Comparative to the days when people were enjoying music through record players and even through the times of CDs, we are now consuming music at an insane rate, which, is very true, because if whether you're doing homework, working out, whatever you're doing, that's why like rise in popularity of podcasts and stuff like that. People always like to have music, like, or something going on in the background. So it's not really that hard to see why CD sales and everything like that is, falling to the wayside, because people, they don't have the need for it. Everything else is on their phone. So it should be taken into account that the fact that we're not speaking about, major artists, label back musicians. Not everyone needs to change their art to make it more commercially viable. The people that are hot, the people that are in the limelight, will remain in the limelight. Their following grants them, people are going to check them out on Spotify. People are going to check out their new releases regardless. And, whether it not be physical sales, which also determines the success of their, the project that they're doing, but digital sales as well. And people are, slowly changing their marketing aspects to cater more towards the digital side of it, where you would get CD, like, the cover arts, the CD, the digital booklets, the cover for the CD, like now you'll be getting the digital artwork of that. So they're still including that, but just like kind of in a different package. Um, so, like a way that people will try and counteract the, suppression of that, marketplace is that they'll collaborate with similar artists. They'll have like release strategy in the package that I was talking about, as well as they're affecting their song length. So like a shorter song, to hold the attention span of people is very important. It was quoted saying, "We are living in an age of unprecedented technological disruption in the entertainment industries." Um, and there's a book that I read that does a wonderful job explaining the variance in pricing, production, distribution, as well as the ever evolving threat of piracy that a lot of artists face as well in this new age, because everything is online. Files can be accessed for those that are technologically sound. They have complete, like if you can manipulate the system, you can get it all for free, which is what a lot of artists are struggling with nowadays. And it's going to be an ever evolving thing there. Like people are always going to shift how they deal with things due to the looming threat. And the last thing that I wanted to touch on is that let's see, like for the first time in 2017, due to those actions that were taken, it was announced that streaming music revenue had surpassed the income from the sale of traditional music formats, so like CDs and stuff like that. So it's starting to bounce back, but they're gonna always have to like make adjustments and everything. And as technology progresses, who knows where we're gonna be 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now. It's gonna be completely obscure, and they're doing their best to keep it relevant and to adapt to said marketplace, which they're going to have to do to survive. As like music will always survive, but the ways that we consume it and everything is the things that is going to change. Everybody wants to listen to music. Everybody wants to get the new music just to like satiate their needs for new content and new things to listen to like so that's pretty much all that I have for you. Things are looking up for it, and while, like I said, as technology progresses, we will be able to see those things be put into play, and the way that people package their music, the way that people sell their music, the song length, and everything like that will all be taken into account and re-rolled for the modern day, and that's a good thing, because I don't I don't think anybody wants music to go away, no matter how predatory the industry is in said subject. So thank you for listening to my video, and see you later.